Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Welcome on in. It is lovely to see y'all out here. Happy Wednesday. It's time for the normal stream, the organized normal stream. Look at us going. We're doing a usual stream thing. Isn't this amazing? Oh my gosh, look at us go. We actually like have an organized stream time. Oh my god. Wow. It's just nuts. You never thought it would happen. We actually like stream at a normal stream time instead of like a bonus stream. What's going on? I don't know, but how we doing today, my friends? Welcome. Lovely to have y'all out here. Good to see ya. Welcome on in. We'll hopefully get some good vibes in here today. I was just wrapping up a little email real quick on my phone, so apologies for being a little slow on getting the stream started. I know I left y'all on the intro stream real quick here, but I'm like a professional at typing and talking at the same time, so you know, very good at that whole thing. So just give me a quick moment as we wrap this all up, and then we'll get into the games and doing all the cool stuff, you know. That's what we're here for, the stuff and stuff, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we all come here for, is the stuff and stuff. Xander, how we doing? Starting right off the bat, do you have any ideas for place for mending villagers on a swamp? You could kind of do like a witch hut recreation something or another. I've always thought doing something like that could be pretty fun, because then you're kind of still going with the swamp vibe, which I feel like is fun to attempt and doing all that, and then you're not really getting a whole lot of like what's the word I'm looking for? You're kind of getting like the witch hut swamp vibe in the swamp in there, and so you kind of get the magical bit off of that. Or what I've really wanted to do recently is honestly just the idea of like raise things on top of the swamp, like on stilts and everything. I've always thought sounds like a really cool, fun place to do something. So that's kind of been a thought that I've had for wanting to do some builds and things in that region. But I don't know. Swamps are hard to build in. I find the watercolor so gross that like once you add color and everything in, it's just hard, and adding any foliage in is just really tough too. So I don't know. I don't tend to build in swamps all that much, so I don't have too much experience. Been looking for ideas, and witch hut seems to be the best option. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty easy go-to option. You can't really go wrong with it, but it is what it is. DK Ander, how we doing? Kex, how we doing? Stam, how we doing? I just wrapped up everything, so now we can go through the hellos and everything like that. Pilfering, thank you so much for the Merry Christmas. Right back at you, my friend. Hope you have a good one, a good New Year and all that. I've done some quick math, and your math is not mathing. 64 times 27 is 1728, not 174. Oh, for a shoulder box. True. Yeah, I guess I got it wrong. Pale Oak stuff seems to match the swamp as well. You know, I haven't even looked at the Pale Oak in game yet, so I would very much believe you on that. How's the fishing? It's great. I got a grotto right now. I was getting some pearls. I'm always level 35. Saw you fishing yesterday. I think you're on island 4 and I'm only on the second one. Yeah, I've been going back to the first few islands to try and catch some fish on there that I missed. Now that I got higher levels up, it's easier to get harder to get fish. So I'm going back to the OG islands. But it's going good. My friends over on YouTube, if you haven't already, please be sure to click the like button. Helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate your support. We got 500 people in here, and we are at 199 likes right now. One of you could be like number 200. I'm just saying. Which village? I don't know. Which are we talking about? You can also do stuck carts and boats. Yeah, you could do like a, was it a bayou? I don't know. It's kind of like is it like a floating like village in like a bog. Like that could be kind of fun to try. Blobbin, thank you so much for the 16 months. I appreciate that. It is crazy indeed, but it's great. Jinxie, thanks so much for being here. Just kidding. I'm gonna go fishing during stream. Hashtag badmon. You know, thank you for fishing. It's all good. I understand. It's okay. It's cool. In a swamp, you could do ruin houses and castles. Yeah, I feel like that's also a pretty easy way to go, because you can kind of go with like, okay, something was here and then it just got bleh. Do you fishing on your second monitor again? Yeah, I'm gonna close that though today, because I feel like I've been doing that the last few streams. Foot plush down. There's more teeth marks. I think a dog came into my office while I was working out today and decided that the key Looks like a great chew toy again. It's an F. The F. Oh, he got it good this time. Oh, he even got teeth mark in the back too. You're not talking about the portrait on the couch? I showed that already, but yeah. It just reflects everything off the monitor, so I don't want to get all that. There you go. There's a decent, you can get an angle on it there. But yeah, Minecraft sent me this. It's a portrait of me. With like this half is all pixelated and stuff, and it's actually a painting. There's the artist signed it on the back and everything. It's really cool. I just don't want to show it because you can see the reflections and all the stuff. There's my Minecraft. There's all that, and there's my fishing window and my Spotify playlist.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, no, there was a dog in here. I made it. Violet Reaper, welcome on in. Good to have you. The Wizard Harry, thanks so much for the 4 months, my dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, Mars, I really love it. It's really cool. They also sent me a sweatshirt and everything, and all of it turned out to be super awesome. So I'm very, very thankful for being able to be included in campaigns like that. For like, it's just such a dream come true as far as being like such a massive fan of Minecraft, and now being like one of the people that when Minecraft's like, hey, we're sending out a PR bundle here, let's send it to let's make sure fWhip's on the list. Like that forever is, I'm gonna be like, this is so cool. Like sometimes they're kind of like little like, okay, this is fun, cool, got something, I'm never gonna use it, but like this one that they sent out this time, I'm like, this thing is so dang cool. The box is in here, so it's on the ground over there. You should set up a motion camera next to you so you can catch them in the act. Oh, I have a security camera in my office, so I do have one. I'm gonna go look and make sure it was Coda before I go bother him later. But you know, no, it's too late. It's too late to scold him over anything because he's forgotten by now. So if I were to go get mad at him, he'd be like, "What are you getting mad at me for?" And I'd show him the thing and be like, "I don't remember that. My brain only lasts for 2 seconds. My memory does not last that long." I'm like, "You liar. I know you remember things." But it's okay. It's the way it goes. How are we doing, my friends? How's our Wednesday started so far? Everybody got hopefully a decent start to a Wednesday. So we'll get a video of the pupper later, pretty please. No, I don't share that angle. Sorry, that one has more stuff, and you can see a street sign outside. Kind of. Well, you can see it. You can at least see the street outside through it because it catches the window too. So I don't want to potentially dox myself. Charlie got a new job. Nice, congratulations. You gotta catch him red-handed. Yeah, you have to catch him in the act, or you can't get mad at him because then they're like, I don't understand why you're mad at me. I'm just laying here. Am I not supposed to lay on the ground and be all cute and stuff? Okay, fine. I'll go destroy more things. And then you're like, no, that's what I was getting mad at you about. Sorry, I don't understand that. Pets. It's okay though. We got a lot of digging to do today. If you didn't know, we're digging today because we have a river to dig. So here's the river. The last stream, aka yesterday, we dug this and filled it with water, and it's looking pretty good. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So if you missed stream yesterday, we went end raiding. We got 5 stacks of shulker shells, and then we came out here and finished digging this out. We need to muddyify it because you can see down there with the mud, it feels so much deeper in that section. So we need to do all the mud along here. I stopped with the water here because we have a massive cave, so we need to actually fill a new riverbed in, which today I think we're going to start from down there and start working down this way, see how far we can take it, and kind of just vibe along that way. Paul, thank you so much for the 18 months, my friend. So happy to catch another stream. Thank you a lot and have a nice day. Hey, hope you have a good day as well. Thank you so much. Oh, that's not a bed. It's still blue though. Mars, thank you so much for the 30 months. Come on, people, like the stream. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're at 300 likes now, so we got 100 people. We're getting there slowly but surely. Are you on 1.21.4? No, I'm waiting on one more mod to update, and then I'm gonna move up to it. So I haven't I haven't got there yet. Please help me. Give me server. It's 1.1.1.164.1.0 is the IP. So hope that'll help you get in here. Sorry, I gotta go sell my fish. No, I'm turning it off. We're not doing that again today. I did that all yesterday. That's a bit that we can only run so many times. My Spotify window just closed on me randomly though. So one moment while I fix that. Moved it. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, we gotta dig. We're taking all of this down, and we're just gonna start recording. I think we're gonna do the same plan that we did last time, where we just kind of pick a stretch and we take it all down one block at a time. We are gonna have to retrofit a lot of this out here eventually too, but that I think is gonna be like we'll do it after. The project just keeps getting bigger and bigger if we say, ooh, we also need to do that now. Ooh, we need to do that now. Oh, wait, no, we also need to do that. So, in essence, in desire to not be here for 4 months, let's just focus on what we have on hand. And then we'll deal with that. And it'll be fine. So totally fine. First time getting fillings this morning and right side of my face aches. Hey, but at least it's a great excuse to eat a lot of ice cream. Just saying. I'm pretty sure that's like in the rules somewhere. If you get fillings, you get ice cream. I didn't make the rules, but yeah, I remember that for sure. Ooh, 350 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. What's this song called? Bacoop Bucks. It's kind of got a weird name to it. I just got it off of Epidemic Sounds. I don't know if it's... I don't even know who it's by or anything like that. The download did not come with that information. Alright, I think we're going to draw a diagonal line here. Basically go lock in at our first beacon. And this will be the section that we work on because the river goes at an angle. So if we can just kind of work on there, we can slope all this stuff down. The goal is to make it at the middle about 9 blocks deep and be able to kind of slope it all as it's going across. Oh, we don't want to break the beacon though. Let it do its thing. How do you come up with your ideas? For this world, I'm kind of going off of like just a continued story. That's just building up the civilizations and everything. So a lot of that just comes from there, and then need to create the set and everything that does that. But I get inspiration from a lot of different places, whether it's just random images I find online, whether it's like any form of media, other YouTube videos, other video games, movies I might be watching, stuff like that. Just experiencing life will help you find ideas for Minecraft builds. If fWhip stream has 350 likes, I'm one of them. If fWhip stream has 35 likes, I'm one of them. If fWhip stream has 1 like, I am that one. Okay, Crazy Chuck, thanks. I mean, like, if you're that one, but you're, like, not even a member? Oh, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't pressure that. No, I would never. Shout me out. I don't know who you are. Okay, that's our first layer down, and let's go dump all this stuff back because we have so many more shulker boxes to fill up. Look at all of them. Whee! And we got that, and I believe stone started at this edge. It did. And then dirt, I believe, was starting here. Oh, I guess we need dirt to be able to do the river edge. Well, that's starting at the next block down, so we don't have much dirt over there, but we'll bring 4 stacks for now. A little sad today. I'm sorry. That's okay. It's okay to be a little sad every once in a while. Is this Minecraft? No, we're playing Stardew Valley. It's a new 3D mod for Stardew Valley. No conduit. It'll be fine. So what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna go to where all of the water is. And we'll dig that all down and going across. That'll cause it to start falling. And then if we dig it at a negative angle, it'll start coming back instead of going forward. We'll just let it kind of flood through here because it'll be fine. It's called the more mining and yeah, it's Stardew Valley super extended first person mode. I've been taking a break from my Stardew Valley. I gotta get back into it. I realize I get like really into the game, play like 3 or 4 seasons, and then I'm like, okay, I need a break for a little bit. Like I play like almost a year in game, and then I'm like, yeah, and I'll come back in a few weeks. Okay, so where we're at right now is where we're gonna be having, I think we're gonna just do this small section. Get it all the way dug down so that we can make sure the rest is dry while we're digging it out, for the most part at least. Help us out here. How do you get so good at building? I've been doing it for about 12 years. So I've got a lot of time invested in building. I play Minecraft purely as a builder. I mean, I love the survival side of the game, but the reason why I play Minecraft is to build. That's what excites me about the game. That's why I keep coming back to it. So when that is the one thing that I like to do, it makes it makes me want to put more energy into trying getting better at it. We're just gonna dig. No, we're not. I'm gonna keep doing the plan that I had. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I need my dirt. There's how did my sword get over there? I've been doing it for 12 years too, but I'm still bad. Change the way you practice. Are you practicing by just building the same structure and over and over again? Or are you practicing by trying something new? Are you using inspiration when you're practicing? Or are you trying to pull every idea straight out of the back of your head? Have you ever looked at somebody else's build to see what they did on how they built something, like one of my builds, and then watch the video, see why I made the thing, and then close down the video and be like, okay, how would I make that in my own way? And part of the way of practicing that regard is you can't reopen my video. You can't look at the picture again that you had. That's more of an advanced way to practice. I would say practice first with like using inspiration, like an image on the side, and then try and recreate that. Like take a picture of a building in a movie or a video game that you love or something like that. Like I got started a lot by looking at, I've always been really interested in like Mediterranean architecture a lot of the, like when I was first getting started, so I really built a lot of stuff from there. So I was using games like Prince of Persia back in the day and those to try and get inspiration for different builds that I might want to try and create. And so that was like a really good way for me to try and find some new ideas. And then I was basically taking what I learned from the Prince of Persia game, or like the images there, or like recently Assassin's Creed Odyssey or stuff like that, and using that as inspiration to create something. So it's not Minecraft, but then you're trying to recreate that non-blocky thing into a blocky form. Like, that's a really good way to try and figure out things. Mods, do fWhip have public server? No, fWhip no public server. Have. That suggestion sounds like fun. I think I'll try that. Thanks for suggestions. Yeah. Yeah, if you seriously want to be a better builder in Minecraft, the biggest thing I can recommend is going to watch a video from a very, very talented artist. Not a Minecraft builder, but a very talented artist. Like, whether you like drawing or whether you like painting or whatever it is, listen to how they talk about how to be a better digital artist, like how to get better at drawing, how to get better at painting, how to get better at sculpting, and listen to what they say on how they recommend you practice that. And then how do you can do literally the exact same steps in Minecraft. And that is the surefire way to be a better artist. Usually, like if they're well known and they're making a good video on it, like Tyler Yedlin. I used to watch his videos a lot. I don't like his recent videos a whole lot, I'll be honest, but some of his old ones on like art concept and inspiration and stuff are really, really cool. He's a professor, and so a lot of what he used to do, at least, was like reviews of his students' work and like talking about them and how they can improve and what they should focus on, and then also doing a lot of public videos for people to try and get people to like sign up for his classes and whatnot on how to become a better artist and like how to study and how to do all those things and how to go on your own journey to become a better artist. I really liked his videos. Honestly, I found him a few years ago and they were awesome. The reason why I say I'm not a huge fan of his videos now is he is rightfully so going very much down the rabbit hole of doing a lot of videos right now about how the art industry is dying and how AI is taking over and all that, which needs to be talked about, but it lost the concept of the videos that I was there for, so I just kind of stopped watching. But yeah, if you're looking for somebody to like get started with as an artist, because a lot of people who make how to get better at building in Minecraft videos are people who are not artists. They are YouTubers trying to get clicks on their video. There's not a whole lot of people out there that are really, really super talented artists. There are some, but their videos are just harder to find because unfortunately they're typically a little bit on the smaller size for a channel. I want all that dirt. I have some older videos that I think are okay on like build tips on how to get better in those things, but I feel like most of them are more teaching you about like, here's a little way to build this instead of here's how to think as an artist. Like, that's the difference, is you can memorize so many different ways to build a roof or put a window in a build or whatever it is like that, but those are all just tools on a tool belt. You need to actually know how to use the tool belt, and the way to do that is to learn how to think like an artist. And that's the hard part of art. The hard part of art is not being like, oh yeah, I know I can, like, I know I have this pencil or I have this stone block. It's how do I use these, this stone block, this dirt block, these things together to make something. Like, you can have all the tools, that's easy. So I would say look at, if you really, really want to be, I'm kind of on a tangent here. I don't even know if it's still relevant or not, but I would say if you really want to be a better Minecraft builder and you're super serious about trying to be better about it, treat it like an art form, because it is. Minecraft is 100% an art form. Like, building in Minecraft is literally just 3D voxel art. It's just at a larger scale because the voxel is half the size of your player that you're viewing it from. Doesn't mean you can't zoom out and view it from far away, though. Korean Sausage, Scar, and fWhip himself are the reasons I want to get better. I wouldn't even say the 4 of us are the best builders out there. I think I'm a good builder. I like my builds. I'm happy with my builds, and that is fine for me. And I'm happy that I consistently want to keep getting better at building. Like, all of that stuff makes me really excited because I keep finding more reasons to want to create new things and try new styles. Like, I'm spending hours learning how to build boats and learning how to build trees right now. Like, I'm just messing around with them. Y'all aren't even seeing the final copies of, like, probably 60% of them because they don't make it to a final copy. But I'm just trying. That's what I've been doing a lot of my downtime when I haven't had other video games I want to play. I'm like trying to learn how to build trees and boats and whatnot. And like those are the kind of the big ones for me, because I feel like if I can get that, that's very much on the organic line, and then that'll lead into doing a lot of other things in a more organic way, which I think would be cool. Yeah, that's my current journey to try and be a better builder, is really focusing on natural organics and things like boats, just because I've never been able to figure out how to do those well. Sorry, our stream gets a little pixelated from all the particles here. But Pepe Merco, thanks so much for the 22 months as a super fan. I really do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Random question: what are some places on your bucket list that you want to visit? I don't really have a specific place, but I think the number one like region of the world I've always wanted to visit is Southeast Asia. I just think the environment, the landscapes, and everything's just beautiful. So I really want to go down there. I'd say that's definitely a big one. I really want to go to Croatia at some point. I've always, like, since I was a kid, like, the place I've wanted to go to. I'm pretty sure I just read it in like the back of an Alaska Airlines travel pamphlet when we were on a flight somewhere because my Game Boy was dead or something. But I've always wanted to go to the French Polynesian Islands. Like, that's like, I would say if I have a trip that I want to take before I die, like, that forever since I was a little kid has been the spot that I want to go to. And the reason why I haven't done it is because to get there is like a ticket, like, is even just for an economy ticket is like $4,000 a person. It is just ridiculously expensive because it's so remote and like annoying to get to from the US that just like it's just a huge pain. But yeah, I would say that'd be like, if I could go anywhere, just like snap my fingers and be somewhere for a week and not have to worry about the cost, like that's where I'd probably end up if I had to do a nice one. Have you thought about going to Romania? It's very nice there. Generally, yeah, I just like would love to explore that part of the world. Croatia's more big for me, just because I played water polo for a long time, and everything you hear about water polo and a few friends that I had that were also players, they were Croatian, and just like everything that, at least in the US, was just like how amazing Croatian water polo players are. So that's kind of always been up there. It's like sometime I want to go to Croatia and just like watch a national, whatever the league would be called, water polo game. I think it'd be really fun. This is gonna be deep. Is there not missing a few like the world map? Wait, are you talking about for mods? I was waiting for Nvidia. That was the big one I'm waiting for. If I lose the world map for a bit, that's okay. That's not the end of the world. We have the in-game maps if we really, really want to look at something. It's helpful, but I don't mind it. It is really nice just being able to be like, hey guys, here's where we're working today. Like, we're over here, like this part of the world. Like, I do love the ability to do that, but it's not like it's not a game breaker to stop me from wanting to push an update to get into the new content. I think Norway's the most beautiful place on the earth. Norway would be cool to go to too, to check out the fjords. Like that just seems like a really, really cool thing to view in person. Yeah, we just keep digging. How far are you thinking this river is gonna go? It's gonna go all the way to the ocean. Eventually. I don't feel like I'm like in the worst part of it yet. think I'm like starting to get an idea of how long it's actually gonna take, because I was hoping originally to stream today and get the entire area dug out that we have like cleared the top to, like all the way to there, but I don't even think that's possible. But I mean, we'll see what we can do. We're just taking it one day at a time right now, and I'm glad, very, very glad that I started this early instead of waiting to January to get started on it. Because this still is the January stream project of every January for this world. I pick a massive project that I want to stream and just work on that is mostly a giant landscape. Last January, we spent a long time figuring out this area up here. We did that. The previous January, we spent fully transforming this region here and did a lot of trees and just like this whole custom terraform section. Like that was that. And I think we did some up here too in the mountains, if I remember correct. So like that January is just, it's not a great time to post videos. But I still want to be making content. So we just kind of pick a big thing to grind away on and have a much more chill time. Salmon in the river. Excuse me, salmon. I miss. No, we're drowning. Don't want that. Crimson Twilight, thanks for the tier 1, my dude. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why don't you leave the flooded caves uncovered? Because I don't want the look of that. Just gonna finish that. Ooh. It's gonna be nice to get all this granite and everything. Is it just like a busy time of year for people? Why is January bad for videos? It's because it's a brand new year and ad rates reset for a lot of YouTube. Since companies get into a new year and then they start usually figuring out or finalizing their budgets for the year. So there's that for sure. And then if you think in December, like a lot of people go crazy buying gifts for everybody else around Christmas and all the other holidays like Hanukkah and everything else. So there's a lot of money that gets spent by consumers in December, and so typically if people have a really spendy month, they tend to not spend a lot the next month. So even the people who are advertising towards customers, they aren't spending as much, because they just kind of expect to be getting less sales for the month. So yeah, in January is just less people are watching because they're trying their New Year's resolutions and trying to watch less YouTube and stuff, and then they're trying to go to the gym and be all healthy and do these other life things that, and then by February a vast majority of them give up, and so then they're back on the YouTube watching train, so it's fine. And then also people in February are more likely to spend money, and so it's ad rates just go back up slightly, and then they usually January is really bad, February is pretty bad, and then it starts going back up slowly towards June is no, like April, May, June is where it starts to really get back into its stable, consistent point again. Legolius tier 2 for 52 months, my dude. Thank you so very much. How are we doing today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why do you only mine one layer at a time, not three? Because I'm bringing it in each layer by a few blocks, so I figured I will be digging less ultimately if I do it one layer at a time. I know it takes a little bit longer, but I don't really care. Also, with 3 layers, you get into that, when you're underwater, you get into that weird swimming animation where it just kind of like if you're holding W underwater and you're digging a bunch and the water's flowing down on top of you, there's a chance on Java at least for you to just start going into a swimming animation. It's really annoying. We're getting this section done here. This is kind of nice. Getting pretty good. I like how much more we're able to slope it out here than the other one felt very, like, rigid. It's nice being able to do 2 or 3 blocks going across. You're a super flat player and you didn't know about Mog Swamp? I'd say, have you been living under a rock, but those don't exist there. And also, that'd be a mean joke. And not everybody knows of everybody on the internet. It's fine. But definitely go watch Mog Swamp. He's a good dude. I think finding an image you really like helps figure out what you want to do. A lot of people use AI as a way for inspiration. Yeah, I don't tend to talk about that too much because I think it's just a hot topic, but using AI, especially like Microsoft Copilot, if you have Windows, just comes with it. It's now just installed on your computer. And I'm definitely not for like posting AI art. And I definitely AI art is definitely like it's a very heated topic. We're not going to get into it. It's a very deep topic as well. But one thing I think it can help with is sometimes when the algorithms of the internet that we're already using to search for things aren't the best. Like Pinterest, the algorithm on there tends to show a lot of repeated things. And I find that sometimes you can use something like Copilot just to say, hey, create an image of a dwarven house, like a medieval dwarven house. And then you can get that, and then trying to recreate that in Minecraft or whatever. And like that's a good way to find an inspiration image quickly. And then you can just cycle it a few times until you get something else that you might actually like instead of what it generates the first time. But yeah. I was gonna say though, I got a message from YouTube recently that was pretty bad, and if anybody else in here has a YouTube channel, you should be on the lookout for this, because I got a message from YouTube asking me if I wanted to start allowing third-party AI algorithms to train off of my videos. I got this from YouTube directly, asking if I wanted to give them permission to train their new video algorithm off of my, like, their video creation algorithm. Not just a search algorithm, but like an AI that would make videos. They asked me if I wanted to give them permission to use my videos for their AI algorithm to learn off of. And I just responded with, will I get paid for this? And the response was no. But now under YouTube settings, it's going to be rolling out on a lot of other accounts here pretty soon, but there's now a checkbox under your account settings that you should probably turn off. It's off by default for now, but definitely like keep an eye on it, because I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube does a YouTube and just flips it on for everybody, or new channels automatically or something like that. But it basically is a checkbox that says I give third-party AI algorithms permission to learn off of my videos. So you don't get paid for it at all, and so I would recommend highly don't do it, because why support them? There's no reason. All it would be by supporting them is potentially them, at least in my case, would be them potentially starting to make Minecraft videos off of my Minecraft videos, and then I would potentially lose my job. Why would YouTube itself make videos? Because they can make money off of that. Think about if they didn't have to give a 50% cut on ads to the channel. What if they made the videos themselves with their own little AI that makes Minecraft videos, and it starts getting views? They keep 100% of the revenue. So, yeah, just a little forewarning to any content creators who might be watching. Whether you're a small channel or a large channel, that's That's a new thing. I think though, I was thinking about it, trying to logic through like why are they doing this, and outside of them wanting to make money, and I think what it's also doing, which I actually appreciate if this is true, is they're trying to say, because currently there's a lot of AI algorithms that are just going on YouTube right now and just studying every video because there's nothing explicitly that says that they can't, or there's no repercussions if they got caught for copying something. They're like, of course, no, we didn't do that. Of course we didn't. And then they're like, hey, yeah, we did. That's why our videos are so cool and they're copies of yours because we just did that. But anyways, so I think what YouTube is doing by this is now in an official capacity for channels to be able to say, no, I don't want to allow that, instead of kind of just being stuck with the assumption that like, yeah. So now it's like more official. So I think YouTube now will be able to ban or get rid of AIs that are just studying other people's videos and making their own AI videos off of it. So at least there's some good in that, that now at least I have some legal power that says, no, I am not giving people permission to use my videos. But it's fun. It's a fun time out there. I know the AlphaGo program made a new way to play. I wonder how long until generative AI will actually make new things instead of derivative. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I definitely see like the merit and like the benefits of it in a business sense, and for like people's lives to be able to be so much better, but it's just like, it's such a risk right now of, is it gonna go that way? Like there's so much opportunity for like the AI algorithms and everything to get rid of so much grunt work that people have to do, but I think the problem is that like it's just gonna be taken and done that in a way, but then people are gonna lose their jobs because companies are like, why would I pay you when an AI can do it? Instead of, it should be the reverse, and they're like, well, yeah, now you can focus on these other tasks that are more meaningful to you. But I don't know, we're not gonna get into that too much. COD used AI art and people were mad. Yeah, yep, I know. There's a few pieces of art that you can get as little tags on Call of Duty right now that have like 6 fingers on a hand, or like the gun just comes out of the person's hand instead of them holding it. It's pretty bad. Okay, we're gonna start leveling this off because I think we're almost at the depth needed. How many blocks are we at there? So water level's there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, dang, yeah, okay, so we're gonna go 10 blocks deep, I guess. But we'll start bringing this out a good chunk here. I kept looking at how deep this river is, but I guess that's already deep enough. I think my pickaxe can get through it. I'm gonna sleep down here. I was gonna sleep down here, please. Thank you. Leave me alone. Gotta get some bubbles back. A lot of positive changes come from European Union regulation. I checked whether this is one of them, but I didn't bother to read the AI summary. There's a joke in there somewhere. But anyways, we're almost done with this section of the river. In school, we now regularly use ChatGPT, and I hate it. The process of analyzing, thinking, and structuring questions or texts is just completely missing now. How are we supposed to learn from it? Are you a teacher or are you a student? If you don't mind me asking. I I think it's also one of those things though that like if an AI can like to play a little bit of devil's advocate here, if an AI can do those menial things to you, which like I understand the idea of like needing to get critical thinking skills and all of that. Like that's I 100% agree that that's an important thing to have and be able to like work through problems. But also if you can get like an AI to or something, aka like remember when we were like when I was a kid, there was always the question of no, you can't use a calculator. You're never gonna have a calculator in your pocket when you're walking around. Like I very definitively remember my teachers saying that when we were like, oh, can I use a calculator for this math? And they're like, you're not gonna have a calculator always. And it was like, okay. And now look at us. We have it in our phone going with us wherever we go. And so like that's something that my brain doesn't need to keep those like number tables in my head anymore. Sure, like I'm still pretty good at math and everything because I have the skills for it, but like I don't really need to, if there's anything complex, I'm not memorizing the equations still to know them. I just put it into my phone and it does the work for me. So like in that regard, you could also say that like, I don't know. I think the positive spin on it could be, it's just if it goes that way, is it possible for people to start learning other things that are able to be more enriching and more for advancing their life and developing skills that they might want to know, or being able to learn more about arts and history and like that sort of stuff and become like more of a well-rounded citizen instead of just a mobile calculator. And like, so I think there's a lot of importance that can be learned from that. Again, it's just, will it go that way, or is it just the AI is going to be creating the art so that we're the ones that are working in the factories? Like that's the difference. But I don't know. Probably not a topic to talk about too much on stream. Using it to edit as a language calculator, I don't mind such, but if you're using it to replace thinking and problem solving, I think we have a major issue. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, I very much stand by that AI should be used to handle all the tasks that we as people don't want to be doing. Like it should be the ones doing the chores. It should be the ones like calculating the spreadsheets and those things so that we can spend time making art. Like right now, AI being the thing that's making art, like that's where I think it went wrong. Like that. Like people should be having time to be able to do that sort of stuff. We shouldn't be using machine to do that for us so that we can spend time doing the grunt work that we don't want to do. AIs can't be loved by doggos. I don't know. There are little robots that can dispense treats, so. Well said. I remember that you aren't going to have a calculator in your pocket anyways. I think AI can do the grunt work while we create. Yeah. I mean, that's the big thing. But I also like, that's me as an artist working in a creative space. Like it's something that like I have a very much a worry that like people are just like, there's already an AI tool that can build for you in Minecraft. It sucks. But like before, I had to worry about people stealing my builds to host them on a server and just like sell the as like a look at the server hub we made. Yeah, I definitely built that castle. Now I have to start worrying about are people gonna somehow use my builds to train an AI algorithm that they're gonna then sell to other people to build their Minecraft builds. Like that's a worry for me now. So I want Jarvis for MCU. Why can't I have that? True. I want all those 3D hologram displays and everything that comes along with it. AIs need to be 1,000 times more efficient. Most of my focus on climate change, and AI is producing so much carbon emissions from power draw. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I've realized for me that like as I've kind of gotten older in life is that like the things that meant a lot to me as a kid and like a lot of the memories I have are from like being out in nature and being able to experience that. And so like I'm very much moving into a stance of being much more on the team of save the environment, save the climate, and protect the trees and the nature and that, because we don't need to be all dreary right before the holidays, but it's interesting out there. All right, we're taking this all down to the diagonal line that we dug, and then we start on the second section. I guess that didn't even take an hour to get that first bit there done. And now, hopefully, if we can do this right, this whole section should be dry, and that'll make it easier because we don't have to go up for air bubbles. And we have the beacon in the middle, so that's less blocks that we need to break. Is it depressing? Yeah, we don't have to talk about it. We can go back onto fun Minecrafty things. We'll go onto there. How's everybody fishing today? How's the MCCI fishing going? We got anybody? Do I got a gargantuan, elusive, mythic fish this morning right before stream started. Oh, it was a great start to the day. Out of the first grotto. The temperate grotto. Oh my gosh, I got the hardest to catch fish. The funny part is I'm still missing the common elusive fish. Which I just think is there's the humor behind that. I have the hardest to get one, but I don't have the easiest to get of the elusive fish. How do you insta-place all of one block type into a chest at once? On Java, if you pick it up and shift-click it, you'll move it all. So hold another stack and then shift double-click over the other one. I don't know if it works on Bedrock too or not. I think it does, but I think Bedrock has ways to mass move items. Are you Infinity or Mending type of guy? Dude, I got the Infinity. You want to know why I'm on Team Infinity? Because that is the second bow I have crafted in this world. I'm on day 8,387. And I use my bow fairly often. Granted, I'm not playing mini games with it or anything like that. Like, I'm just doing a general survival gameplay of like sniping a creeper off of the distance every once in a while. So like, I'm not just like firing my bow endlessly. If anything, I'm actually more recently trying to not use it because I want to get more experience with like up close fighting just to work on those skills. But like, I have been in this world for 3 years, and I've had to make 2 bows. Because, granted, I've had to repair them. I repair them and I use enchantment points until they get to be too expensive, and then I make a new one. But this one, I've only repaired it like once or twice. And so I don't see the point of needing to constantly keep, like, worry about having arrows on me when my bow is fine. Can you repair bows on an anvil? Yeah, same way you repair anything else. You just put 2 of the same thing. So you just put another bow, which is 3 sticks and 3 string. I can afford that. I can afford 3 sticks and 3 string to repair a bow. What advice do you give to a new Minecraft content creator? I would say do what you want to do. And like, if you are brand new, if you do not have an established audience yet, do what you want to do. And what I mean by that is, don't be chasing getting your first video to be the perfect video where you're going to get 1 million views and 100,000 subscribers. Like, that's the chance of that happening is so small. So don't even worry about that. Like, don't focus on being, I gotta get this first video to be perfect. Because in the act of doing that, you're probably going to get burnt out and probably won't even finish the video. all these people that do like I had the perfect start in hardcore Minecraft, and in the first 30 seconds of the video, and they're like, and the dragon's dead, and here I have full netherite armor. Also, here's my full enchanting setup, and now I have all these villagers. Okay, I had the perfect start. Now let's go build our super duper insane mega base. And here's 30 seconds of me building a witch farm and emerald generation thing, and here's a stonemason villager trading hall, and bam, 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 and then they go onto the video about the rest of it. Like, if you're doing that, like, I think that is one of the stupidest ways to make videos. It's such a short-term win, if it even wins. Or you get some people who are doing it now that's the only thing they've ever done, so they post 3 videos a year. And sure, the video gets a lot of views, but if you average that out over the months, it comes into not many views per month. But anyways, what I'm saying off of that is the do what you want to do side of being a new Minecraft content creator is give yourself 6 months of making videos however you think you want to make videos. Whatever you think is going to be fun, whatever you think you're going to actually enjoy, make the videos that you want to watch. And then if at the end of the 6 months you still want to actively make videos, then start thinking about how you can make better videos. Because in the first 6 months, you're going to have to learn how to edit a video. You're going to learn you're going to have to learn how to record a video. You're going to have to learn all those different things. Just the everything to get started realm. Like that's the getting started point, and that's like one of the hardest points is, and then seeing if you actually want to be a YouTuber. Like that's a lot of people like the idea of being a YouTuber without the actuality of being a YouTuber. Like that's where a lot of people I think go wrong, is they see people like me who are publishing videos consistently and you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's full-time job is playing Minecraft. I wish it was. It is not. I really wish my full-time job was building in Minecraft. It's not at all. So yeah, the biggest advice I have for anybody who wants to get into YouTube and thinks that they want to do YouTube is give it a shot for 6 months. Do not spend any money on it. Like, outside of getting the bare bones, like a microphone to be able to record and all that stuff, do not spend any money on it. And my big rule that I had, which I still recommend highly to anybody, is until you start making money on YouTube, do not spend your money on YouTube. And so, like, what I mean by that is do not upgrade your audio systems until YouTube has paid you enough money to where you can upgrade your audio systems, or you've earned enough through donations to do that, and all that. Like, that I think is very, very important, because it is such a pit that so many companies go and advertise into of, like, I love Elgato. I think they're great. I think they're a fantastic one, but all their advertising is along the lines of, get this stuff and you'll get so many more viewers in your stream. It's only $300. Get this and you'll attract so many more people because your stream's gonna be so much more professional and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, if nobody's watching you already, who cares if you have LED lights and music that syncs to it and all these cool sound effects and all this, like the perfect ring lighting on your face, and like nobody cares about that if your content sucks. Like, make your content good, you'll start making money off of it, and then you start looking into see how you can upgrade it to make it that much a little bit better. Because if your content's bad, having good audio won't make your content any better. Sorry, it's the truth. Unless your audio is so terrible that nobody can understand you because you sound like a robot, that is the only case. Also, I know if anybody's discouraged by that, I'm trying to be real with you. Do you do sponsored videos? Do you support yourself from views only? I do sponsored videos every once in a while if I think it's a good fit, but I am very happy to say that through the
posture check. Hydration time.
Hey, Dalian, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate that. That's very, very nice. Yeah, I just sitting up in my chair. You're right on time. I am very lucky that I've consistently had a very, very strong support on Patreon, And then I also have a very, very strong community of people who are consistent members. Like, we've had multiple people come in a day this week with 50 plus memberships. But all in all on that, I would say that, yeah, like a lot of my revenue as a content creator comes in from video views. Yeah. I would say I'm probably like 60% of my revenue comes off of advertising, as far as just ads that you get off of videos. 30% comes off of donations and like sponsored, not sponsored, but like memberships, Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, that type of stuff. And then the last 10% or so comes off sponsorships, just because I don't do too many of them, so they're not the most consistent. But like, we did just wrap up a sponsorship with Lego Fortnite through Epic Games that we did on last Friday and Monday. We did 2 streams with them, with Jimmy and Martin. Those were sponsored streams. I really enjoy working with Epic Games on the Lego Fortnite stuff because I genuinely enjoy Lego Fortnite. So when I can do a sponsored video or I can do a sponsored segment, the first thing that I think about is, would I actually use this thing? I'm never gonna do like a Raid Shadow Legends ad because I would never really play the game. It's not something I'm interested in. I don't care how much they're paying. I only ever want to advertise things to y'all that like I genuinely would already use. I hope that in the advertisements y'all see for me, it's all gonna be stuff that I myself either already play, am very interested in playing, and just don't have the time to do it, or it's stuff that I genuinely think is cool. Like I'm very picky about what advertisements I pick up.
Many greetings.
Because I'm in a point where I don't need the money, and well, I mean, it's nice to have it because you never know how long a YouTube career is going to last. But I'm not at a point where I'm like dependent on the money, I guess you could say. Coincidentally, I'm also digging a river right now.
Many greetings.
Good on ya, Udall. We need to go down. Oh, we're...
many greetings.
I guess I got a little skinnier here, and I was kind of just allowing it to stretch out even further. Oopsies. We're going to move that because it was really consistent on that angle.
Many greetings.
Jinxie, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Appreciate that. I don't even know what that is, Varu. I'll be honest. Civ sponsorship win. Dude, if Civ reached out for me to do a sponsored stream on Civ 7, dude, they can... I'll do a full 24-hour Civ stream. We'll play one game on marathon mode and just not even reach space age. I'll do it. Let's go. No, I've already talked to... not that it's a sponsored thing, but I'm already talking with Pixelriffs about the new Elden Ring game that got announced, about doing stuff when that releases, of teaming up with him and hopefully one other person to do some of that Elden Ring 3-player co-op game that came out. But dude, if Civ came forward and wanted to sponsor, oh my god, I'm actually gonna... That's a good note. I should reach out to my group I worked with. Okay, thank you for the reminder, eggs. I sent that off to the group I work with for brand deals. Maybe it'll happen, you never know. But no, I think for me is, do you watch... Oh my god, I forgot to watch the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it regardless. I don't care what the trailer says. I saw Maria Antoinette as one of the people that you can play as. As the Civ ruler. Elden Ring co-op with picks. Yeah, there's a new Elden Ring coming out that actually is just straight up 3-player co-op that I'm very interested by. So we'll be checking that out at some point probably. Waxrod, thanks so much for the raid, my dude. Welcome on in, folks. How we doing? How we doing? So if a Celsius drink sponsor you, dude, I already tried. They said they don't. They only work with lifestyle influencers. Don't look at the brand. What were y'all up to today? Working on some hardcore stuff today, I'm assuming. We are currently digging out a river. I forgot to get more dirt. I have decided to, well, I've drained that shoulder. We're going down in our dirt count. Oh, God. I've decided to tackle on a massive project going into January because I like doing a huge stream project. So we're doing a stream of where we're building a massive river that connects from this harbor right here. This is Zero's world map as the mod. So we're working on this. We've already connected through to here. We're connecting this section today, hopefully. And we are taking this all the way out through the valley here, extending along where the mouse is going to this river, and then connecting to the ocean that connects to everything else that I have in the world. So yeah, that's what we are doing right now. So it's a lot of digging. And yeah, my guess is it's going to be like 3 million blocks. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Welcome on in. I hope you enjoy digging and chatting about random things, y'all. No, we just need to fill in the base here. And we'll start the next. So I'm trying to do it while it's dry right now, and then we'll come through and extend the water out. Minecraft is a lifestyle. True. True. Somehow we just keep picking bigger and stupider projects to do and say, yeah, this sounds like a great time. Hope everything's going well, though. Well, come on in, folks. Okay, there's that section done, and now we for sure won't have any issue with water coming over, so that's fun. Got my first grotto, getting tons of pearls. Nice. If you end up at like 1% stability in a grotto, go find a treasure one. Because then you only lose 1% off of it instead of the usual 20. Sorry, I got send message. Okay, we're gonna kind of go to pick out the next section. This is a little one where I'm kind of worried these beacons are a little too far apart. So we're gonna go to like here for now. Am I still getting the beacon buff? I am. Okay, cool. My friends over on the YouTubes, even click the like button. I very much do appreciate it. Everybody over on Twitch, if you're not familiar with my streams, I do dual streams. So I'm live on YouTube and Twitch right now. So if you see me talk about something and referencing something in chat that you're like, where the heck did that message come from? It's probably the other chat. But we got 1,000 friends, almost 1,100 friends over on YouTube, and we got almost 300 friends over on Twitch today. How far are we so far? Not close. We're probably still well under 10% done. I'd say we're like, if we were to finish all of this, like this digging here, I think this is like a 10%. Because once we get farther, the terrain unfortunately is going up, so we have a lot more digging that needs to happen to get us down. So I'd say what we've done by now is probably 2 to 3% of the project. We'll keep digging for a second, and then we will sleep. Yeah, for the folks who are jumping in, if you're not familiar with me, I love to build. I'm creating it like a big medieval fantasy world here. I always like to say. So we have a bunch of different civilizations and everything that are here that we're slowly developing. This is kind of our main region. World spawn is like 1,000 blocks that way. That we've been working in here with like a massive human and dwarven settlement. Yeah, I see you, Jinxie. I knew it was you. I didn't even have to read the message. I just knew it was you before I even got there. That's here. But yeah, so we are currently 8,388 days into this world and a little over 3 years IRL of surviving in it. So we've been doing a lot of
Nice to meet you.
a lot of the digging and the building and the stuff and things, and like this is a big glimpse of kind of the main part of the world as the tree loads in. This is kind of the main capital city that we're working on right now, developing slowly and kind of building a massive city. So yeah, if you like medieval inspired, fantasy inspired stuff, you might enjoy the builds here. But welcome on in. If you also are just chilling for a few moments or raiding and running, all good too. Indigo Blue, thanks so much for the 6 months. My tree updated, very exciting. It grows. And what we're doing here is we're digging down the riverbed, then we're gonna fill it all with water, and then after we finish digging the riverbed, which I'm gonna start another time lapse, then we will work on these slopes on the side because they need to come down a lot too. What's his YouTube name? Same as my Twitch. I am fWhip on pretty much every other platform other than Twitter, and I barely use that anymore, so. The goal here is to bring dirt across the entire riverbed, and then once we fill it in, we're gonna take a bucket and go insane with all of the, or not a bucket, a water bottle, and go insane with all of the water bottle noises because they're incredibly loud for some reason, and we're gonna convert it all into mud. So, and we're gonna end up with like a few million extra stone out of this. It's gonna be so great. We went end raiding yesterday, got nearly 350 shulker shells, so you know, good times. Hey, welcome on in. How we doing? How we doing? How's the fishing going? Or you said you haven't been able to fish much yet recently. Love stone, best block arguably. I mean, like, best block behind tough, but yeah. Like, I mean, tough is just like S tier and everything else is A or lower. Even spruce is A compared to tough, I'll be honest. I know what I said. I said what I said. Fish? Fish? I want to fish. I gotta get level 35. The people on winter break are catching up to me. I logged in this morning and I almost lost my spot in the top 200. I logged out last night at like 270 and I came back this morning and I was 298. Oh, I almost had a 3 in front. Can you believe that? River dig plan. It is here through this valley, around this way, probably removing this entire mountain, and all the way out through there. So we're doing a big swirly swirl. And eventually, this is going to also be turned into a lake up here, like a big circular lake. And then we've already connected this section over there. We need to expand this lake a bit more. And we're going to do like a harbor over here for... This is a big dwarven civilization that we're starting to work on. So they're going to have a few boats out here. They're kind of steampunky inspired for the dwarves, which makes it really fun if we can work in some like tugboats and stuffs just to be a little bit, have a few little different boat designs and still kind of explain where they came from, which is fun. This project is huge. Yeah, it's a big one. It's probably going to be one of those by the end of next month. We're not even going to be halfway done, and I'm going to be like, you know what? I completely underestimated how long this project was going to take. So I want to get all of this done, and then I'll be honest, I'm probably going to copy this world and go into creative and like plan out a lot of things there so I can know what I need to build for the rock shapes and how that goes before we even get back into like decorating the edges and everything. But also no stream tomorrow because I got a new video coming out, but we're going to be streaming again on Friday, and that'll probably be a creative stream day. Because I wanna work on a little bit of creative stuff. I think we've been doing a lot of the survival grind in streams recently, and I think we haven't done a creative stream for probably 2 weeks. So, kind of want to get back into that on Friday. Might scroll through the Discord a little bit, check out some builds in there, and then go start probably planning out some of the farmhouses in the new farming region. I've got a lot of them shaped out. I just need to start texturing them. I got all like the concrete shapes and everything in. How high is the water level? Water level's up there. So the depth goes down to about 9 blocks because I want it to be dark at the bottom. So we're going down 9. I found 9 blocks, and then turning it into mud is for me what I think like a pretty good depth. Like, you're not really losing much detail when you're doing that, or you are kind of getting a lot of shadow under there. And for the size of the boats and everything that we're building, because I want this to be like a full harbor in the city, which you can see kind of over here, we have some really big boats, and I have a huge one planned right here that the hole for that one does go 8 blocks deep, so it's one that like barely is able to fit in here. So we need to make sure that's realistic, that it could actually fit here, because I don't want the boats to look like they're too massive to fit through this entire place. Hence why this river is being so big. Hence why the river project even happened, because I decided to build a harbor in the city over 500 blocks away from the ocean. Not a smart decision, but it's a decision. When do you think you'll start work on the Savannah project? I don't know. I feel like I owe it to y'all to get more stuff done in the Dwarven area before I pick up a new one. I'm really interested in the Savannah project, but I feel like I owe it to people to do more in the Dwarven area. And I need to get more done in the desert, and I need to get more done in the Dwarven area before we start something new. It's been a bit since a creative stream. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. The boat captain must be goated. Yeah. He's boated. Best of all time. Bestest of all time. I think that's what Blocky means every time he yells boat at me. I've realized. He's just calling me the bestest of all time. Don't know us anything, follow your interest. Yeah, but it's one where like I want to develop those regions. Like I gotta channel the ADD energy sometimes into a certain project instead of being like, ooh, look at this, ooh, look at this, ooh, over here, ooh, over here. I also know a lot of people are really excited for the Dwarven area, and I've just done nothing with it. So I need to get out there and do something with it. The rocket farm that we built on the thing, because I'm not over there to load in the area, has produced less than 3 stacks of rockets in total. So kinda need to work on that. I'm already kind of at the point where I'm like, if a little of the stone despawns, I'm okay with that. Would an Ender Eye chamber work to keep the chunks loaded and running the farm to get rockets? It would not, because in order for the farm to work, Ender Pearl loading things like chunk loaders only work if the farm is able to exist without player input nearby. And because it's a creeper farm, hostile mobs only spawn within 128 blocks of a player. So, and that doesn't matter if the chunk is loaded or not, they will always be within a 128 of a player. So we wouldn't get any hostile mobs in there, so the creeper farm wouldn't work. And then also, to help prevent lag in Minecraft, if there is a watch the inventory just fill up here again. But if there's a plant, plants actually only grow also if a player is within 128 blocks, because they don't want to have tick updates for plants and everything, because that'd be so many things when you think about vines growing, wheat growing, etc. Like a player, even if the chunk is loaded, the player has to be within 128 blocks for that to turn on, and then for mob AI to be turned on also, like that has to be within chunks for a player. So that even includes like things like cactus farms. Cactus farms don't work unless the player is within a certain number of blocks of the cactus. Like I built a cactus farm in my spawn chunks thinking it would work, and it actually doesn't work because I'm never nearby. So there's that. One sec. I gotta send something over real quick. Un momento, friends. I gotta send a quick email to Epic. I got a new draft of the video back. Double check this link works before I send it off to them. Sorry, one second, friends. Draft 3. Perfecto. Lovely. Okay, sorry about that. Nope, there's that. That's what we want. Stardew music on top of Minecraft is kind of trippy. It's fun. I like the Stardew playlist. I think it's just a very clean playlist. It's just so easy to listen to. Is it morning or did we just sleep? No, I think it's morning, right? I don't know. All I know is we're already through a second pickaxe almost. Gotta go, no worries. And you click the like button on your way out if you haven't. Or if you're still hanging here, you can click the like button too, my friends. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we never finished that going around.
Hey, for real.
Love your Minecraft videos. Wish I could do what you do without dying in hard mode.
Hey, Timmy, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donut and the kind words, my dude. I appreciate it. Well, I've died, not in this world, but I have died twice. So we are on world season 3. So, you know, gotta take a few unfortunate deaths in order to figure out how not to die, I think, is the consistent story of hardcore Minecraft. I think any hardcore player can attest to that and say, "Yep, no, I've had a few stupid deaths that I kind of regret." mean, all the grass that's growing in here is not going to matter because once we waterlog everything above, it won't matter that there is grass here because it will just... it'll just kill the grass and turn it back into dirt. That's what I was trying to say. That's the word I was looking for. The cool part about this, though, I mentioned on the last stream too, but we're actively in a river biome right now. Like oh no, we're in a forest. Just kidding. Never mind. But there's a river biome like right over there. We just went beyond it. But it makes it so that fish spawn in here, like naturally. Which, on a more unfortunate note, I believe our wolves that we name tagged in the biome while digging the mountain. If y'all remember, I think it was Potato, and I can't remember the second wolf name that we had. But I have not seen them for a while. And I don't know where they are. Ocho. Yeah, we had Ocho out there. Yeah, we have Ocho and we had Potato, and I have not seen either of them for a bit. Maybe they wandered off together into the sunset to go explore new lands. Yeah, I haven't seen them for a hot minute. I don't know where they are. Yeah, this is getting much wider throughout here. All right, we're not gonna have an issue with the bottom riverbed. I said wide river. Yeah, I haven't seen them for a bit because last I saw them, is that one of them? No, that's a horse. I thought he got it in the sniffer pen. He did not. So maybe they ran up into the woods. Maybe they're up there somewhere. We'll find them one day. Also, I saw somebody a while ago, I can't remember whose video it was, but they had just released some sniffers into the wild when they were like getting started. Like their first sniffers, they just let them roam after a while. When they were like, yeah, you've done your part, you can just go roam. And then it was like 6 months later, like 20 episodes later, they're just exploring a new place like a few thousand blocks away from their base, and they're like, my sniffer's here. And so I'm kind of like, I kind of want to just like drop a few sniffer eggs off in the world and just see where we find them eventually. Like if we just put them around, just let them go and do their thing, because they have no natural predators in Minecraft. There's nothing in Minecraft that will just eat a sniffer, so. Is there a ceased? You could call them 7, 8 potato. Or siete. No. It's like, what do you say? No, you're typing the Spanish. No, not. No, I don't know, man. It's Wednesday. I stayed up late last night. I was close to finishing my book, and so I stayed up until like midnight reading my book. And I finished it. So now I'm on to the next. Reading the Red Rising trilogy right now, if anybody's read it.
Thank you kindly.
Can you show us the view from above the big tree?
Like go land on the tree? Yeah, we do that a little later. I gotta finish this section, and then if you can remind me, I can go over there. But House, thank you so much for the donut. I do appreciate it. Do you read Stormlight Archive? I have not, but one of my buddies has, and he's trying to convince all of us to read it. How far into Red Rising are you? I just finished the 3rd book. So, no spoilers. It was good though. I was not expecting the ending. But we have the 4th, 5th, and 6th book. Sid, I think, just finished book 4. We're reading. We're reading with some friends. Actually, I want this to be done. And I'm behind in the book club. They're all on book 4 and book 5 now, and I just finished book 3, so I'm catching up a little. Don't break your pick. Yeah, it's still got 270 durability on it, and it's got Breaking 3, so we can probably finish this. Storm Archive good, but it's a beast. Yeah, isn't each book like 900 pages or something like that? That's all I've really grasped from it, is that it's just a lot of pages. Almost finished that book. Love it. Waiting till I get the next book to finish. Okay. Red Rising. It's one of those books that, like, you... Just because they kind of go a little, like, Game of Thrones style of just like, oh, main character? Yeah, no, they're gone now. And so it's like... It's even hard to talk about it and just be like, oh, yeah, I really like this character or this one. Because, like, reading it, you're like, does that mean they're alive? That means they've made it through? And sometimes you're like, oh, no. Okay, so we're going to have it here for just like a little one wide there. And we're going to have to dip it back down again as it gets wider out here, and they'll be okay. What's another layer to mine out when we're already doing all this mess? This one was a lot quicker, too. So much stone. Read Dark Age? No, I just kind of got into reading recently. I got back into reading. I read as a kid, but I didn't really read. I haven't read too much since. And so last year I read over the last, like, since May, I read the Throne of Glass series because my wife was a huge fan of it, so she really wanted me to check it out, and it was really good. And then now I'm just into the Red Rising. Yeah, we can finish it. Yeah, it's definitely my wife's, like, go-to hobby. Is she would be happy to sit on the couch or lay in bed and read for hours all day. I'm not quite there. I like an hour or two of reading before bed, or like an hour, and then kind of going to sleep. Using it as kind of like not looking at a phone for a while or not looking at a screen and sleepy mode. So I read kind of slow. Okay, there's another section done. Finish that. E43, I think. Goodreads or Fable. Not familiar with either of those, so no. I still need to read Throne of Glass. It was really good. It was good. Good series. I think she's... I know she wants me to read Akatar at some point too, which I think is another by the same author. I love dystopian novels so much, but I've also heard of Throne of Glass. Yeah, it was just a good story. Red Flower, thanks so much for the 3 months. The Way of Kings is a great read by Brandon. Oh, good old Brandy Sandy. I haven't read that. Yeah, again, like I'm just kind of getting into it, but one day, maybe, who knows. One of my buddies, who's also kind of in our reading group, he's the one who did, like, has been in the big into the Storm, like, archives and everything like that. He's he like follows Brandy Sandy's website where he's giving updates on where the books are at percent wise and all that stuff. Like, he's very into it. Do we want to... That's a lot of water. We're not going to deal with draining that. We're just gonna take a big section to the corner here. This one, oh, just kidding. You are so deep. Please tell me this is shallow. Yeah. Just so we don't have to deal with water everywhere, we're just gonna fill those in. And this one here, I'm gonna fill in the top 3 layers. That'll help a little. What's your favorite book? I don't know if I have one to pick right now. I feel like I don't have a large enough sample size to pick. Oh yeah, the treetop view. Thank you. The view from on top of the tree is kind of a mess. We can go land up there, and then I'll just show you around a little in free cam. It is very big, though. We still need to... this is going to be a controversial one, but I think we need to add some more branches to the top. Or, just like little ones. There's also string everywhere. But this is the view from the top of the tree. We can get this stuff to load in a little bit further. I'll go into free cam and we can just scope things out a little bit easier. Yeah, there's string up here because it used to snow. Usually snow. Yeah, so this is the top of the tree. We do have a beacon going out the top of it. The city down there. My starter house is right there through the clouds. Castle 1, Castle 2, Castle 3 is down that road. No, it's down that road. It's right there. You can see the edge of it. Castle 4. There's a little village over there. There's a little town right here. Got more little villagey towns and stuff. There's my wood storage room and the lumber mill. That's my bee farm. That's my original moss farm. Starter house again. Original sugarcane farm. Sweet berry farm. Original sniffers. Copper aging facilities, a lot of city buildings, and clay farm right in there. In that little building, we have a place to get clay. That's dirt storage. That's kelp farm. That is a dirt 2 mud farm that I never use because it's really, really bad. A lot of different city buildings and everything down here. A lot of different stuff. We still have more sections to fill in off the city and everything, but it's a progress. It's all slowly getting there. This, for those who are new, used to be a mountain. So we are experienced in destroying mountains. We were just on round mountain 2. But yeah, that right there was a mountain that came up to about that height, like going across here. That's how we got the digging stats up to here. But dude, we're about to hit 1.2 on our shovel today. Less than 1,000 to go. And a lot of floating buildings. Yeah, but I want to do I want to get more, just like, I like to build more custom landscapes. You can't stop messing with. I think the top of the tree just needs a little bit, like, I don't like that and I don't like that. I think we just need to kind of like fill in a little bit there and a little bit there. And then probably a little bit top height too, to kind of give a little bit more of a round. The top just looks a little unnatural. I like the width that we have off of it. We just need a little bit more top height to it. I like trees. What can I say? So yeah, that's the top of the tree view. Yeah, the tree's still growing. Exactly. It's 2 years old now. Sky Village would be cool. I really don't like building floating things in Minecraft. I I need them connected to the ground in some way if it's a bigger building or a bigger structure, or there needs to be some way for air to get, or light to get through it from the sky to prevent mobs from spawning below or prevent the mass darkness that creates. I find for me that the darkness that is created from, like, if you build a floating island, like, sure, yeah, it's going to be dark underneath it, but the fact that that just turns it into, okay, now this, you just have a mob spawner under here, or you have to go with torches and light it all up. I really don't like the look of torch spam. So I don't mind that mobs spawn at nighttime in a lot of the places that I work in. I don't have many free roaming villagers, so it doesn't really matter. All the villagers I care about are protected. If it was floating, how'd you do a path to it? True. Well, we have canonized airships in the world, seeing that one up there. So it might not be a physical walking path, but we could have a airship dock and then one down on the ground too. So there's a possibility. Or you'd put it next to a mountain, and the mountain would have like a bridge, like a big rope bridge or something leading over to it. Alright, we're gonna turn this all into an absolute mess here with this water. Just flood the cave down there. Let's do it! The dirt is turning to grass. Yeah, but when water sources get above it, it will turn back into dirt, so it doesn't matter. Water sources cause grass blocks to turn into dirt, as many sky blockers have found out the unfortunate way. Oh, our inventory's full. The twee is twee. It's true. Okay, on to the next row for stone. That means we have 7 shulkers of stone, along with the 7 more shulkers of stone here. Well, actually, I think there's not. I think there's 8 or 9 there. Where do you get the motivation to do this? The desire to see the end result. To be honest. Ooh, did we hit 1.2? No. So close. With the water being like this, I almost think we dig a few more layers out here, and then we go and just kind of start filling in the water. Otherwise, this is just going to be chaos. And I really don't want to deal with it right now. Trying to manage the flood seems annoying. Be easier probably just to flood it all and then let it do its thing. See if I can cover up that cave real quick though. I think you're going to need to find a project that uses a ton of stone next. I got one. We just need to get around to building the mountains section of it. We're just, unfortunately for the mountain range, we are still in the realm of doing mostly dirt because we're working on the plateau to get up to the mountain. No, a lot of the stone that we have is going to be used because I'll be honest, like I would love to eventually have the entire mountain range we're building because we're building over in this direction. You can see the start of it there, and then it comes up here. Like this is all like that's about 140 blocks in the air. This goes up here into near 200s. We need to redo the top of those mountains. But the plan is for this mountain range to like eventually exist and cover a lot of this space. Like we're gonna have to transition to using exclusively moss up here, unfortunately, so the dirt won't be used there. Because I don't want the swamp color for grass, because that is gross compared to what I do want. So yeah, we have a, and then up at the end of it, but in the, no, that's the wrong button. No, don't reload shaders. But where it be, like up here, there's somewhere back here, there's a giant pillar of stone that I made. I think it's like all the way back in here somewhere. But I want to do a giant glacier, like a giant glacier, volcano, mountain, blah blah blah, themed after Mount Rainier. I live in the Seattle area, and I have always loved that mountain. It's been something that like I've just seen so much of my life, and I just love the thing. And it means a lot to me just from having a few family members that have climbed it and all that stuff. So yeah, eventually I want to build my own version of it in the world at the back of that there, so we can just have like this grand view of just this insane massive mountain. I've even talked about, I'm still unsure on it, but there is a way to through data packs to increase the max build height in a Minecraft world, and part of me is still really thinking that I want to move it up to 512. So it basically give us another 150 something blocks to build with, which for something like that would be so cool to do. But I'm not going to make that decision until I actually get out to building the thing, because I don't want to add it in now and then be like, haha, we have all this build height, and then do nothing with it. So that'll be a... Imagine the tree with that height. Oh, I'm not making the tree 150 blocks taller, I can tell you that much. The tree's got another 60, 70 blocks that can go up already. It doesn't need more. That is for sure. The tree is fine. You take this is a big section. We're getting like less than a layer dug out each time that we come back in. I think I have too much dirt in my inventory, but that's okay. We'll just start leaving some stone on the ground. Yeah, this is gonna start flooding everything. Bummer. I have a friend who did the Mount Rainier climb some years back. Yeah, my dad did it. He summited it twice, so. I don't know if I'm gonna do it one day. But I always do love it. I have a lot of family friends that have summited it. It's one of those where it's like, I've seen all the photos that they took when they were up at the top of the mountain, and you're like, wow, that's really cool and grand, but also like, just kind of like the vastness of it is why it's cool to see it, but not really that like it looks that like it has its own sense of beauty up there, but it's just desolate and cold. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go do that. I used to be really into hiking, but my knee kind of bugs me, so I don't know if I want to really commit to hiking up an entire volcano. Have you thought about using TNT? It'd go great in the water. No, I don't want to use TNT. I don't think it would make it go any faster. TNT, if you're using a duper, works great in a straight line, but the second you get to the realm of working at angles, it doesn't really do that great. There are some TNT dupers you can make that go at a diagonal, but then they're really rigid on whatever angle you send them on, and I think the amount of time it would take to build the thing, break the thing, replace the thing, to then move it over a little bit to blah blah blah, like I think at that point it's not. It's probably saving some time, but not enough for me to want to do it. And I also think it's a lot more boring content. I think purely the factor of me being able to say that I dug millions upon millions of blocks to dig out this entire river, however many it's actually going to turn into by the time we're done here. I think that in itself is a lot more impressive as a content creation side of things than saying, yeah, I used TNT dupers to blow up this entire hole. You're like, oh. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Like, do it. Save yourself the time. But I don't really want to do it. Yeah, Rainier is one of the 7 summits of the world. It's one of the 7 tallest mountains. Okay, we're just going to take another one. Keep 4 stacks on us. Be a hardcore episode tomorrow. I believe there's an island episode coming out tomorrow. Hardcore island, not MCC island. I wish it was an MCC island. Dude, if y'all would just watch me fish on MCC island for a 20-minute video, oh, think of what level I could be. I could just have even more excuse to sit there and fish. I'd watch you stream it, not gonna lie. I don't think it's gonna be that interesting to stream, to be honest. Like, I think it's kind of funny to have it on a side monitor during a stream and just be like, haha, look what I got. But, like, I don't know if it's super important. I don't think it's the most entertaining content to watch. I think it's better to play than it is to watch. Oh, this is coming out super far. We don't want that.
Thank you kindly.
My
Thanks for the
mom's
donut.
boxing trainer used to climb cliffs with a car tire tied to his back. BTW, hey, how's it going? Hope your day has gone good so far. Smile.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. I used to do it with my dad when he was like getting into mountaineering and training. Was he and I would, because I've for anybody who lives in the Seattle area, if you go across I-90 to go across Snoqualmie Pass, like I've summited every mountain across the pass. So like when you're driving, every peak that you go by, he and I set the challenge and did it over 2 years and did every single one of them, like over 2 summers. But we used to train for that because it's be good for your you fill up water jugs, like 1 gallon water jugs, and put those like hanging off of your bag, and then when you get to the top, you either pour them out or we would offer them to everybody and be like, hey, you want us to fill up your water bottle? It's full, like it's clean water. Or we'd like top off our own water bottles and everything, and then you'd empty them, because then it wouldn't be as much strain on your knees as you're walking back down the mountain. Fishing with fWhip and the mods, true. Making a little party, little gang. Jordan, thank you for the 11 months, dude. I really appreciate it. Almost a full year. The tree is gonna be so big soon. Yeah, this is awful with the water flowing everywhere. At least it's moving all the blocks to the edge. Definitely not making me think about having to go to the bathroom. Not at all. The currents be bringing in all the goods. Just bringing it all to the edge of the river. Or sending it down. Oop, I'm late. No worries. Welcome, 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 welcome on in to the streamy stream. I'm out of space for dirt. My dirt. I need my dirt. I can't do anything without my dirt. Yeah, this is just a mess. Just trying to make sure I don't have too many like straight diagonals everywhere. Like if it's anything more than 3 or 4 at once, I try and break it up a little, some way, shape, or form. Something like that'll work. I don't know. I don't know. Why not just make a 1 block thick dam to hold the water back? Because that sounds too easy. Don't be ridiculous. I like to do things the most difficult way. Duh. Yeah, I'd probably be smarter, but I don't want... I'm too lazy. We're just gonna suffer and complain and keep going with it.
Pleased to meet you.
Rain and thunderstorms with the 3 months. Thank you so much. Dog food. Dog food? We just ordered some, so we're all set. The pups can eat for another while. They're not going to starve to death. They're not going to starve. Field song. River song. Hello, salmon. Watch out, buddy. It's a dangerous currents to be swimming in around here. He's like, why are you breaking all these blocks around me? I'm just trying to be a fish. Do a stream with the pups. I want to see them. They jump in every once in a while. I keep my door shut because Sid has a lot of calls for work. So her coworkers don't need to hear me on their work calls while I'm streaming. Something normal job, people. Ugh. They need to have peace and quiet on their corporate calls. Can't believe them. We'll get a little bit of air, and we'll get all this dirt. We'll just get both layers of it, to be honest. Oh, a 3rd layer. Special. Bonus dirt. Watching while AFK farming. Nice. Oh, hello. Well, I guess those need to be broken eventually anyways. What does Sid do for work? She works in marketing. Won't get into too much specifics though for her own privacy's sake, but yeah, she's does that stuff. How do you come up with what palace to use for your builds? Off the different areas I'm working in, I kind of pick like general themes that I'm going for and try and use blocks to help represent that theme. If I want it to be like a more of a moody rundown area that's like not super fancy, it's probably going to be a lot more darker browns and messy stone textures and those types of things. Or if I want it to appear more fancy and well off, then make the buildings look like they were painted over and like are upkept well. So then I'll incorporate some terracottas and concretes and that stuff. So it kind of depends on the vibe that I'm going for the space, and then trying to use color to represent that. I'm on the night 499. What should I do to celebrate 500 in my hardcore world? Well, I usually just go woo, and move on. So I don't know if I'm a great one to ask. But you could do a little fireworks show if you have fireworks. I don't know, make a few little fireworks, set up a dispenser over your little house or your castle or whatever you're living in. Flip the lever a few times and you say, "Woo, we did it! Yay!" Well, if you're at the night of 499, sorry, you probably don't have a whole lot of time to prepare for something. So, how has bro not noticed me? I'm actually specifically trying to avoid looking for you. No, it's there's 1,400 people watching the stream right now, so I might miss a few people in chat. Time for me to head out last day at work tomorrow before vacay until January 7th. God, Anima, you're going to be fishing so much, aren't you? Thank you for hanging. You have a good one, all right? We need to change our light jar. That thing's busted. It's had better days. Oh, yeah, so much stern. Have you tried any extreme sports? As far as like motorsports or anything like that, not really. I mean, I know how to dirt bike and like do all that stuff. I grew up skiing and snowboarding, but not really something I keep up with nowadays. I was always a swimmer, and for anybody who also has been a swimmer at some point in their life, it is a very, very time-consuming sport. So I was a swimmer, and then I played water polo. So that was filled a lot of my time. But I got into mountain biking for a while with my dad, but it never really was something that stuck to me. It was more just something that like he was like, "Hey, you want to go?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll come hang out." But it's never something that I was ever like super in love with. I'm just very injury avoidant. So when there's a high chance of injury in a sport, I'm usually just like, yeah, I don't want to risk that. Like, it's not fun enough for me to want to risk that. So yeah. Wasn't it dog sledding for a little while? Do you do any extreme swimming? Yeah, man. So extreme. I did for a while, like get into like long distance outdoor swimming for a bit. Like my team did a few swims like all the way across Lake Washington, and having like a guide boat to make sure that no other boaters ran over us, and that was like a few, like, we went long ways sometimes, so it'd be like a few miles swim. The only other extreme swimming would be water polo, because you're just fighting in the water. An old friend and I bonded over swimming. She went on to do it professionally. I can't really do much anymore because of my disability, but swimming's still nice. Also, we don't talk anymore. Yeah, I actually don't keep up with any of my old friends from swim team from back in the day, but a few people that I met through friends of friends at swimming are still great friends. Like, one of them was one of my groomsmen. So like some people enter your life, and some people are there in your life for periods of your life. Like, not all friends are meant to be friends through the entire life, your entire life, through everything thick and thin and all that. Like, it's totally okay to have a friend that was a friend in high school, or a friend that was a friend in college, or even at your first job that you just don't keep in contact with anymore. That's totally fine. People grow and change and move on different directions, different parts of life, all that stuff. It's totally okay. Sup, Trace, though. Thank you so much for the 30 months. Really appreciate it. Gotta hit the road. Happy digging and fishing. Hey, you have a good one. Have a great rest of your day and whatever you got going on. If I don't see you again, happy holidays. Seasonal friends, that too. Yeah, I think that's something that was like, took a lot of time to really kind of realize and get used to going into adulthood is being like, oh no, like a lot of people that like I used to be like, yeah, they were my best friend. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't really talk to them anymore. Or it's like kind of like it'd be cool to reach out to them, but like all hobbies and interests and things we're doing just like do not overlap at all anymore. Like there's just still like mutual like, oh hey, it's great to see you, but outside of that's like not really much beyond that in the relationship, which is okay. I'd like to stop being forced into the swimming animation, please. At this point, I think if fWhip has free time or a bad day, it just turns on stream and starts digging. On the free time part, yeah, true. Bad day, not so much. If I'm grumpy, the last thing I want to do is sit here and be streaming. Sometimes it's nice to be like, okay, I need to take my mind off something, so I'll turn on stream. But if I'm like really grumpy and like having a really, really bad day, I'm like, I don't want to friggin' talk to people. No, if I'm having a bad day or I'm having a rough time, like I just do not want to talk to people. For better or for worse, I know for me, I'm just like, no, not right now. Leave me alone. I'm watching the pickaxe, don't worry. I think I said that last time I broke a pickaxe too, though. Now we'll finish digging this stretch and then we'll work on bringing the water up to here. Because we're at 2 hours so far. I'm starting to get a little hungry, but I think I got it in me to finish this section. Let's just go get a new pick. It's down at 86. Something's about to lose its last little blip of red. Come on, I'd like to fly, please. Thank you. Any day now. Oop, oop, nailed it. Bad day means extra dog snuggles. Yeah, well, usually they're kind of the cause of the bad day. Coda can be a little bit of an a-hole sometimes. I love him, but that dog's a little bit of an a-hole. And no, calling him a butthead is not enough sometimes. If you remember the dog brewery video where I was like, here's the nicknames for all my dogs. We're going to name these dogs after them. The one that was just bleeped out, that was Coda. Language? I didn't say anything. I just said that, you know, I didn't say the word. It's fine. I mean it in a loving way. Y'all, he's at the point right now where we have a window in our bedroom that's pretty close to ground level, so he can like rest his chin on like the ledge of the window, and he loves to do it. He loves to do it. Like that's his spot, that he will sleep there and snooze there all day long. And he's gotten to the point recently where if the window's not open for him and we are somewhere in the house, he will just come and find us and just start yelling at us. I wish I could call it howling, but it is a very pointed, do this thing, human, and he won't stop until we go and open his window for them. And then he will just lay there in front of it, just... I think we made the mistake of doing it for him like once or twice, being like, oh, this is funny, haha. And now he's like, I know these humans will open this window for me if I yell at them, and run back to the window and go back to them and yell again. Like he knows how to work that. He's too smart. That dog is too smart. And he is out for destruction. Hence The one who chewed on the key this morning, I'm sure was Coda. Piper Blocky's cat does it. Language? English, exactly. It's just a letter. We've got 5 cats. We don't even call them by their names half the time, just insults because they cause problems. Yeah. Yeah, Nova's a good girl though. She's there to please, but she also is like a anxiety, just a constant ball of anxiety, and it's unfortunately gotten a lot worse in the recent years.
Thank you kindly.
Which is a bummer.
Toward the end of my cat Spike's life, if a window wasn't open, he'd yell at us until we did it. Then he'd chill at the window for hours on end. He was a good boy. Yeah,
Coda's a good boy, but yeah, he does the exact same. So I'm glad to know other pet owners are dealing with that too, because oh my god, it's so annoying. Especially when it's less than 30 degrees Fahrenheit out, and he's like, open my window. I'm like, bro, it's so cold. The heat's on in the house. Like, just stop. And he's like, open window.
Pleased to meet you.
He'll even do it when we're like trying to go to sleep. He's like, you can't go sleep until my window is open. I'm like, what was I saying though? Oh yeah, Nova's a little like ball of anxiety, unfortunately. Like loud noises especially freak her out. So she has a hard time, especially with there's unfortunately a lot of people that live in our area that just are on those stupid souped up cars that just they paid hundreds of dollars to make their car sound louder. You know that type of car, the one that looks like it came from a scrapyard but sounds really loud and can definitely accelerate super fast. I'm not a car junkie at all. I think it's so annoying. But yeah, we have a lot of those types of vehicles that live in our area, or we have a few people in the neighborhood. Like we have one guy who rebuilds old motorcycles, like way down at the end of the street, but he apparently likes to come down and do donuts in front of our house on his motorcycles to test them out to see what he's tweaked on it. And of course they're insanely loud. So anytime he's coming by, Nova's just like freaking out and like running around the house because she's like, I can't, it's loud, I don't like it. And I'm just like, So yeah, she struggles with that. It used to only be 4th of July used to get her, and after this 4th of July, like any loud noise is really starting to get her, which is tough. May, thank you so much for the 1 year, by the way. I really do appreciate it. Just wanted to make sure you and chat were wished happy holidays. Thanks for the great content. Hey, happy holidays, May. Thank you so much. And Ice Queen's lovely to see you. It's been a bit. How are you? How is everyone watching? I hope good. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Lovely to see you. I'm doing good. Doing good. We're just digging out a river. We're almost done with this section, and then we can start flooding. Poor baby girl. I know she tries to, like, last night we had not even last night, it was like 5 a.m. today. It just started just dumping rain. It was like a full-on torrential downpour, up to the point where the rain was so heavy coming down that it woke me up. Like a lot of rain. And Nova's just like freaking out with it, and apparently there was some thunder and lightning too. That didn't wake me up, but the rain coming down woke me up. And so yeah, Nova's safe spot is in my closet now, and we had just done laundry yesterday, and I haven't put my laundry away yet because I'm really bad about doing it. So the bin was still in front of the closet blocking it, and so she like couldn't get into her safe spot, and so I felt a little bad about that. But yeah, she had a tough 5 a.m. today. Woken up from a snoozle straight into the storm. But by the time we actually woke up and got out of bed, the rain had stopped, and it had rained so much that it felt like it was still raining if you were standing underneath a tree, because there's so much water dripping off of them. It was nuts. We've been getting a lot of storms recently. It's been kind of rough. Been dumbing like that since 7 p.m. Last night it cleared up this morning for me, but I guess it moved on to you. Yeah, I guess so. Because you're in the Puget Sound area too, right? I think I remember you mentioning that. It's way too cold here for rain. Yeah, we last Christmas had snow. And the Christmas before that, we had a major snowstorm that with like for this area. So we had like almost 1.5 foot of snow at our house, which for this area is a lot. I know some areas you're like, yeah, that's nothing. I'd love that. But and then this year it's supposed to be like high 40s, low 50s. I'm like, okay, like, and rainy. I'm like, great, cool. Like, kind of wish we could get some snow for Christmas, but that's fine. Paul's about okay, yeah. I thought I'd remember that. I miss Slies. I need to go back to Slies soon. Go get a Viking cup. Oh, I don't care that there's dairy in it. It's worth it. What state do I live in? I'm in Washington. I think when we... we'll just level this off here. I want to make it deeper, but I think we need to wait for the river to widen a little bit. Don't it sound do something so good right now? Yeah. Oh, we ran out of dirt. No! Now we're gonna be stuck in this stupid flowing water. No, we did it this time. Yay! We're gonna have so much coal ore to build with. It's gonna be great. Where I live, has every kind of weather imaginable, including the rare tornado. Yeah. We are currently forecasted for what they're calling an atmospheric river. Love that term. So fun to know that there's just gonna be a whole river worth of water coming out of the sky over the next little while. So that's super cool. Speaking of which, I think we can start filling this in. It's taking a shape. There's for sure a shape happening here. We need to get more bends to it. We'll figure that out when we get in here. Like, I'm thinking it kind of is gonna go whoop, whoop, and then whoop. Like, I want to get like more of an S curve going to the river. We can have a little bit here, I guess. All right, we are gonna start doing just there to the bottom, and we're gonna take it all the way out. So once we get another bucket of water, we can get on and get moving. I will steal that bucket. This is going to be a lot of unseen work, so it's going to be a weird time lapse, but it should fill the entire bottom floor. Okay, that's all that. Sleep now. Is it smart to remove the beacon before or after flooding? Technically, it's probably the smartest to remove it now, but then I just need to replace it above water level because we still need to clean up all the cliffs. So I'm just going to leave the beacons for now. Decided that is probably the method of least resistance. So that's all the way to there. It's getting all those corners. We're just gonna do this one layer going all the way across. We'll take it out to the main river too. I know for sure it's needed out there. If I did it right, it should be filling in all the way across. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. And then all of this grass that's been growing through here will start to die. And we just need to keep this going. Whee! Yay! So much fun! Oh, it did go down a block again. Okay, so we have to... come back here. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now it's going to do that annoying thing with all the particles. That's okay, though. I'm in the same biome as you, you're right. So much fun with the Sky River. My basement will flood again. Oh, no. Yeah, we've had enough of that recently with all the storms. Not the basement flooding, but a hole in the roof with the water damage from a tree branch coming down. Super fun. So entertaining. Love it.
When will we visit New Papyrus again? I adore what you're doing there, and I'm always looking forward to seeing it updated.
It's on the list, but I'm hoping. I'm working on episode 82 was recorded already. Technically, I had slated this here to be episode 83. I don't know if we're gonna get around to finishing this before that or not. Like in order to have that, or if I need to pivot to another project. But I would like to, like, before episode 90, I want to get out to New Papyrus again. I think that's a for sure. Okay, now we need to come back out and do this second layer of water again. I know that's not super descriptive, but I would like to get back out to New Papyrus soon. I want to get, like, my next goal for New Papyrus is to surround the... Oh, we're out to water sources here. Oh, nice. We don't have to go all the way out there. Lovely. You can tell by the lack of the little dancing particles. But yeah, so I want to get back out to New Papyrus soon, and we're going to probably do the city block right next to the one that we've already created. See if we can't use that as a way to push it a little bit farther and head back and start looping around the Grand Library, I think is where I want to go with it. Drowning. I think that's more work over there that's needed than over here. I think I got all of that right there, but then this whole section out here. Also, Alex, thanks so much for the 35 months. I live in here where it's just been constant rain and freezing rain. Therefore, flying planes is out of the question. Oh, no. Just made it to the temperate grotto. Gaming. Probably not super smart to be doing this up here, but whatever. It's fine. We need to just get back to the plan, because I think I just made it worse. Not that I got rid of water sources, but it definitely like revealed a lot more bad spots. There's so many particles. We're trying to get rid of all of the dancing particles. That's, if you're not familiar, I'm using a mod that causes like water to do that stuff, and we can actually use it to our benefit here. Of wherever these dancing particles are, that means it's not a source block, so it actually makes it a little bit easier to go through and actually turn it all into something. We've done just these base 2 layers. Okay, so we need to go, let's just start here, do this next layer, filling in from the bottom. Account alive, welcome in, Dawnstar. We'll just start from, that looks like a source here. If I take this all the way over, because we're working off of this angle, so it's expanding on this side, like pushing out, all those should fill in, so we can just kind of keep it going here easily. Until it inverts to the other side, like it is right here. And then we want to actually flip to doing it on this side, because math. Okay, and then we want to go back over here. Whee! Alright, so that's all filled in. White particles in the face, apologize. They're all the... kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. I do wish there was ways, like the same way that you can use like water clearing tools. I do wish Minecraft, somebody had invented a way to flood in areas. I guess there are some people who have figured it out, but not like as like an efficient thing like this. Like, I wish you could just make an infinite water source and like do something with it, and it would just start filling in. That would be lovely. Oh, the salmon are spawning. You ever miss the simplicity of being a smaller creator? I've always heard many other people say they sometimes miss the simplicity of when they start making videos. Yes and no. I liked the simplicity of being a smaller creator in regards to the pure celebration of a win. I think is a good way to describe it. And then there was a lot less stakes involved in it. Like, as a small content creator, you're just making videos because you want to make videos. Like, I wasn't making videos with the hope of trying to be like, I obviously like had like the deep down goal of, man, if I could turn this into a full-time job, that's amazing. But I was just making videos because there's a fun hobby on the side. Like, I wasn't doing it ever with the hope of like, or the I need to get this many views on a video because I need to pay my bills, or I need to like support my family, or whatever you want to say like that. Like there was none of that desire as a small creator because it just wasn't a part of being a small creator. So I guess you could say I missed that side of it, of just like the simplicity of that realm. But as far as like the flip side of it now is that even though I have to be a little bit more choosy about which projects I pick up in terms of trying to find something that I think will perform well as a video, I guess, I also have the freedom of like I get to work on it as much as I want, when I want, and how I want, because it is my full-time job now. So like I get that side of it too. So there's both. But I think it's like all a balance, because I would say there's a lot of people that are kind of in the mid tier of being a creator that are probably more kind of being like, man, I wish being as a smaller creator. Like I still wouldn't say I'm a massive creator, but I'm a big channel. Like I have 1.7 million subs on YouTube, and I get on an average month 3 to 4 million views. Like I'm doing very well for a Minecraft content creator, especially right now. Like I'm very, very happy with the point I'm at, and I know I'm really like I've worked hard to get here, and I know that like I'm very thankful for where I'm at and the stability that provides. So I think with that, I get to have a little bit more of a relaxed approach to all of it, of being able to spend time like making a massive river. But I think I also went into YouTube having come out of the corporate America realm of things, where I had worked a corporate job for 4 or 5 years and then moved into doing YouTube full time. Like I went through college and I did all that. So like I've kind of done a lot of the adulty things, so I know how to treat YouTube more like a business than it being like,
okay, I have to get going.
Here,
I have a
I don't know.
workplace Christmas party to go to. Have fun with the rest of the
Hey,
stream.
thank you so much for the donut
Catch you
again,
later.
Alex. I appreciate it. Have fun at the party, and happy holidays if we don't see you again, or maybe we'll see you on Friday. But thank you so much for all the support as always. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I would say I don't really like have any wish of like, man, I wish I still had a smaller channel. I think like in terms of live streaming, I definitely miss the simplicity of knowing everybody in chat. Like there's always people that are jumping in here that have been around for a long time that I just don't really know, that they do talk all the time, but like there's so many people here that's hard to have that type of a connection. Whereas as a small creator, it's easy to maintain those relationships. But I'm also okay with not having super close relationships with all the viewers. I like to keep a little bit of distance just for personal privacy and everything. Is that gonna go all the way across? Like missing a water source somewhere. Oh, I guess I need to flip to the other side. We're all proud of you. Thank you. Okay, so then we need to come out over here. This actually isn't taking too long. Just spamming right click right now. Make sure we go all the way around to create the water sources all the way across. And then we are at the next layer. Oh boy. And then we can stop dealing with this annoying water pushing everything to the side. It'll just be the last 2 layers to do. Sucks to be the people you don't know in chat. Couldn't be me. We're best friends, me and fWhip. You know everything. Yeah, dude, Blob, and we know everything about each other. Everything.
Keep it real.
What is the name of the mod that you used to do the Dwarven Keep? I wanted to try to use it. Mountains are hard low.
You're probably looking for Axiom. AXIOM. If you're looking for that like 3D modeling thing. Is that filling in all the way across? It looks like it is. Yeah. Yes, that tool is amazing. If you want to check it out or like see it being used some more, we're going to do a creative stream on Friday. So if you want to see some more of Axiom, we're going to be doing a creative stream on Friday, and I use it a decent amount in those. So if you're looking for some more following along somebody else, because the mod's a little complicated to get used to. So absolutely no pressure to show, but I figured I'd let you know.
Pleased to meet you.
The VOD will always be available afterwards too for anybody who wants to check it out there. Aries Centaurus on Mars. Thank you for the 26 months. How we doing? Welcome on in. Lovely to have ya. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Need to get that brought over a little bit more. Well, actually, we can just take this side all the way up. That'll... But Ice Creams, thank you for the donut. I appreciate it. I even know his job. Wow. I'm coming for streams more often. I'm coming to streams more often. I'm glad that it's nice to chill for a while here. Hey, glad to hear it. Also, we're 6 likes away from 1,000 likes on YouTube right now. So if y'all could click the like button, I'd appreciate it. We're getting up there. It's that time of the stream. Does that mean this is all water sourced? I think it is. It's not up here though, but this layer is. Okay, so we can just start water sourcing here. I don't think I got it in me to turn all this into mud today. But man, I would love that to be there. What's gonna be really sad, not sad, but interesting, to see our stat of the number of water bottles used after this. Like the number of bottles used after this project. That's going to be an interesting stat to be reading. Maybe we use this to fill in the negative going around. Yeah, okay, so that got all that. Oh, we have 2 more layers to go? I thought we only had 1 more. Oh, man. What do you do when you run out of mud in your mangrove swamp? I usually just reset the chunks. Because my next mangrove swamp's almost 10,000 blocks away, so I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with just resetting chunks as needed. I don't do it to like exploit anything or whatever you'd want to say along that line, but if it means saving me a few minutes of travel each way to reset chunks, something like that, for something that really does not have any effect on the game, purely other than saving me time and actually making the game run smoother because it'd be more efficient, like memory usage wise and storage space wise, like I tend to reset chunks every time I update to a new version. I reset chunks just to get the new stuff closer to home. So I'm gonna do that here soon for the Pale Garden stuff. Okay, I think we got all of them. We're gonna take this along this side. It's gonna be a little annoying for a second. Okay, now we're gonna be on the fun side of this. By fun side, I mean doing the same thing we've been doing. What's up, Zarad? Welcome on in. Sorry, folks. This is, I know, not the most entertaining thing, but it must be done. We're working towards 1 million buckets. Gotta get there somehow. Have you considered making an achievement haul in the world? For example, 1 million times use a shovel. Yeah, I do want to do that. I know Linksy did that recently, a while ago in his end, and I always thought that was cool. So I kind of want to make, I don't know if I want to do like the Hall of Achievements type vibe, because I feel like there's a few people have done that. But I've thought somewhere, I almost want to make like another floor within the map hall area. But I like what Link did of just putting, like the thing in an item frame after it reaches 1 million. Like, I think that's pretty cool. So like, what would we have? So we would have netherite pickaxe would be up there. That would have 1 million. Netherite shovel would be up there. It'd have 1 million. Stone would be up there for 1 million mined, and like that would be that. So those would be the ones that would be on the wall currently. And then we could do stuff in here for anything in here reaches 1 million. Like we have 1 million jumps, so maybe we would do like a feather that we name jump or something like that. I don't know. When we get to like 1 million like minutes of gameplay or something like that, we could do that in there too. Yeah, I think stuff like that's pretty cool. We're held up on the beacon. We need to go to the other side. Need to bring the wave home. It's a fun idea. Yeah, I think it's a cool way of doing it. I got the idea from Linksy, so I can't take credit for it myself. But I think it's a cool way of kind of just adding some personal achievements to the world, because Minecraft advancements only really go so far. And it's also a cool way of having the physical stats in without needing to really kind of open your stats page to look at the stats, I guess. Any more boobles? Any boobles? No boobles. We can move on to the next layer. Nope, there's bubbles. No, we'll fix that when we get there. That's the top layer. Which I think it's on time for the top layer. Also, Bars, how you doing today? Welcome on in. Congrats on 2,000 days. Yeah. The top layer. Let's go. Jump boost potion. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's better than a feather. I was thinking a rabbit's foot or a feather, but I guess the potion would be cool too. My like ideal goal would be like once we were to hit 1 million of a mob kill, like that would be cool to like, then you put the mob in there. That would be pretty funky, but we're not close to any of those things. Thank you. It's been a grind. Yeah, I feel ya. As fun as it always is to be like, oh man, this day count's up there so high. You're like, oh my god, I spent so many hours on that thing. Oh, I was like, why is this so whitewashed? I'm standing in the beacon beam. I was like, what's happening to my game right now? Oh, I've been playing in the water too much today. That's all source blocks in there. Forget the netherite pickaxe. Buckets uses will hit 2 mil in no time. I know, right? I'm actually kind of curious what it is. I want to look it up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 30 to 40,000. But half of these, you got to think that this is bucket and a water bucket. So those would be 2 different ones. Like the bucket and the water bucket are 2 different stats because they're 2 different items that they're just changing between which is which. So there we go. New section of the rivers in. We just need to modify it. Looks pretty good though. Oh, I recorded that. Okay. T45. A bucket is. Oh no, it's not even at. Oh, it's almost 20,000. We've almost used the bucket. We filled a bucket almost 20,000 times. We've used a water bucket 18,000. So that means I've done almost 1,000 buckets of lava. I've filled. I guess there's milk too, so there's a few in there. But yeah, there's a lot. A lot of stats are getting up there. I do love that the hoe is by far passing the axe. It used to be way behind, and it is just going up so much further between all the fields and leaf gathering and everything. We almost did it. And by almost did it, we probably did about half of what is needed. Oh, man. It's a dig, y'all. I said I wanted to connect them today, though, so you know. Also, I need this dirt, so. Might as well gather up the dirt. Can you show where it's going to be all river? So it's here. It's going to go down through here. We're going to tear out this mountain. And then it's going to come all the way through here. And then open to that. So I might eventually, depending on how we're feeling sanity-wise. That's me and you all. We could start, after a while, tackling it from the far side. And then see if we could find a point for them to meet in the middle. But I also like the idea of defining it from this way, because this is where like the water is like the canon lore of the water is that the water is moving that way because it's going out towards the ocean. So I feel like we should almost be digging it from the river, lake, everything out towards the ocean. And I think that might account for some more naturally shaped things. Natural looking things instead of just kind of reversing it. So I don't know. It's gonna be the big pain part is gonna be once we get around like through this valley here, then we need to start tearing down the mountain, and that's a lot of work. What's that map mod? It's Zeros World Map. Zeros Mini Map is a pretty popular one, and they released a version that is just a world map, and I love that because I don't want a mini map. I don't need a mini map in Minecraft. It's not a game where I think it's that helpful. Or I feel like a mini map kind of ruins a lot of things in Minecraft. It spoils a lot of the unknown, especially because you can use it to like track where mobs are and stuff like that to find them more easily. Like it's fine in modded, but I don't tend to use it in vanilla. But yeah, so I use Zeros World Map for that. That's very, very nice. I got it a while ago, and I was using it for some like little draw over cinematic shots to more easily do that and kind of show like transitioning around the world. I need to get back to that. Wait, how big? I didn't realize that much. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big river. It's a big river. Like big river. I don't want to keep digging though. Much longer will we be streaming for? I'm gonna go get lunch because it's 2 o'clock now, and all I've had today is 200 calorie protein bar and a probably 300 calorie protein shake after working out. So I need to go get some food in me. You know that, and then 200 milligrams of caffeine and the Celsius. Yeah, I'm being so healthy today. fWhip insane. True. Fair. Valid. Based. So real. So true. But we're going to end it there. Thank you all so much for hanging today. I do appreciate that. Oh God, fWhip, why? I don't know, because it's going to look cool. This project makes the mountain harbor look small? Yeah. Yeah. It does. But it's all part of the same project. This is just stage 2. We raided Ancient City today and found 5 god apples and just 2 chests. Nice, dude. All right, thank you all so much for hanging today. Friends over on the Twitch side, I'll find somebody to raid, see who we can drop y'all off at. And thank you so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing for hanging today. Thank you so much if you came in through the raid, if you just found it normally or whatever you're doing. If you haven't already, drop the follow, drop the sub on the YouTubes. New video dropping tomorrow. So much dropping, but you know, we're good. We're vibing, we're chilling, we're hanging. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.